appreciation and value to all the gods and goddesses. Now, today I wanted to talk about something, right? I wanted to talk about the Dark Ages and how we're in a time where everybody is waking up. On top of that, things are going back to how they originally were. And I'm going to basically give y'all like an example because today I'm seeing motherfuckers on TikTok, grown ass man on TikTok, eating brains. A real fucking brain. He showed a refrigerator full of meat with brains, hearts, all types of livers, and all types of specific meats. And as we go back in time, as we travel back in time, and we find out about these people, we understand that they originated from a Neanderthal state of mind. Mind you, back in the Dark Ages, bro, they were living the most foulest they could live. You feel me? It was all types of fucking plagues, and niggas barely had places to stay. It was dirty, food shortages, and that's why I want to talk about this, right? I want to talk about the food shortages that they had, which forced them to practice cannibalism, which forced them to sell actual human meat and flesh in the markets and shit, right? That's why we fast forward to now and we're seeing this happening. See, the thing that's causing them to go back to that is mostly because of the sun, because of the energy, or because of the radiation and that's emitting from the sun. See, what you gotta understand is they have the perfect vessel to absorb this radiation that's coming from the sun, but they don't have the vessel to actually turn that, into something like us. Like we could turn it into energy. We can, it's something, we can actually do something with that. They can't. This is why their skulls it's like they're getting bigger. They having problems with their brains and shit. Look at Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis been in the fucking game for like 40 plus years or some shit. And it's just now something happening to him. I don't believe that shit, bro. Like, it's a lot of shit that's happening right now that they don't want to tell you about. And while we on the subject of them mutating their fucking brains and skeletal, look at the Queen. Y'all gotta see, bro. I wish I had these videos that I be talking about sometimes, bro. It was this video that they was showing of the Queen, and the bitch looked like a velociraptor, like real shit. And they started turning it into a fucking meme, but the original picture, the bitch looked like a velociraptor. And we know who the Queen is behind that suit that she got on. You feel me? So, when I say shit like this, know that it's actually happening. Like, these people are actually going through a change. They're not the only ones though, because we are as well. You feel me? And I just wanted to talk about this subject because this is what they do not want to tell you. They are going through a change right now. It's not happening, instantly, but it's happening. And they trying to throw it off and throw it to the side and normalize it. Like, you can't be normalizing this shit. I bet you a little bit down the line, the shit that nigga doing on TikTok is gonna start to trend, and then motherfuckers gonna try to eating brains and all types of weird ass shit like that. Weird as fuck. They don't also tell you about the time that I think it was in like the 80s or some shit, right? These it was like 3 stowaways or some shit, and basically around this time, I guess they were on the run or some shit like that, and they had food, and they ran out of the food, and then they got to a point where they had to eat the third member because they ran out of food. So they tried to find, turtles and shit like that, and then they started drinking the seawater, and it started making them sick and unconscious and all of that shit. So they had to eat the third motherfucker. And guess what they did specifically? They drunk his blood for the thirst, and then they consumed him because of the hunger. Now, when we see shit like this, bro, and we hear shit like this, and we have it like factual, like I don't understand why it's so hard to believe that these motherfuckers are still doing this to this day. And they don't just see, when the elites and all these motherfuckers do it, they don't call it cannibalism. They don't refer to it as that, none of that shit. They call it rituals, right? And I'm gonna make another video talking about Megan Fox, disgusting ass, and that nut ass nigga MGK, talking about, openly just talking about how they do rituals and they drink blood specifically rituals. Bro, they are showing y'all who the fuck they are. This is the point of me making this video. They're showing you who the fuck they are, who they really are. Why? Because of the time that we are living in. They can no longer hide this shit whether they want to or not. So it's better for them to try to force it upon y'all and make it seem like it's cool and try to desensitize and all of this shit so you can be used to it. Nah, that shit is not flying with me. But I just wanted to make this quick little video talking about this shit. And y'all gotta watch and see that video because this shit is just, it's crazy. And there's plenty of videos. This is not the only video that I'm talking about where these motherfuckers is going back to how they originally were. Or I'm gonna be making some videos about, you know, they DNA and how they acting on what's in their motherfucking DNA. Because you know that they have blood and all of that shit mixed with all types of animals, the wolf, the dog, all that shit. I'm gonna be showing that shit as well. But y'all gotta understand and peep game, their turn. But that's really all I had to say for today, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Y'all gotta make sure to subscribe because we're trying to get to the channel to 1,000 because they don't let you go live unless you got 1,000 subscribers. And I want to start, you know, actually digging into these topics even more than I can. You feel me? Because sometimes in these videos, sometimes I really don't be saying everything that I want to say and all of that shit. But yeah, just make sure y'all able to at least share the information. If you don't want to share the video, at least share the information and like the video. But that's all I had to say. I'm out.